transactions.
No, I think actually, like, now that I'm kind of like getting more of an understanding for like how this dating dynamic going, I feel like it's literally only transactional, and it sucks that it's that way. But people are so afraid of being played, and they just so comfortable with doing a play, and that they not even going into it with good intentions. And I'm not saying everybody under the sun, but I'm just saying like that's just became more prevalent in today's time. And then like just kind of pivot a little bit. I had noticed, I'm like, man, like I understand, like we men, we like to hunt, we like to pursue, we like to chase. You know what I mean? But we don't want to run after a track star. So and I feel like a lot of what's happening is like women want you to be in a predicament where they don't want to show like let's clear a misconception, right? It's always this what do you bring to the table conversation. I fucking hate the conversation. It's stupid. It's like what are you trying to say? Like it's just more so saying what value can you add to my life? Like, and it's not even something that should be asked, but as a woman, you should go into a conversation thinking about that. Like anytime I'm assessing a woman, I'm looking at what I can do for her, and I can make a clear assessment on if I could do anything for her or if it's just going to be that. Like, you know what? Sometimes you might stumble across a chick out of your league, but you might have it in you to get some pussy that one time, and you know I can't sustain this. Like this maintenance over here is going to cost me too much, so I'm not even about to pursue it seriously. If we keep fucking casually, it just is what it is until she cut ties and it is all right, cool. But I'm not going to try to be with this person on damn well that I can't do nothing for them or don't intend to.
And she ever asks, what can you bring to the table? You be like,
yeah, I feel it. Like, all right, maybe I'm not. But when you think about adding value, you should be studying. It's like women have got away from studying the man that they want to appease. It's like y'all can understand climbing the corporate ladder. Like I got to play the game this way. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to impress the boss. I got to show them put the work in. And you understand that the benefits of doing that is you get a check, a raise, you get a promotion, all these different things. But the same thing go in a relationship or from dating. From dating, you get a motherfucking promotion to relationship. From relationship, you get a promotion to marriage. You don't get these things if you think you don't have to give to receive. Like, what do you bring to the table? Let's scrap that. But what type of value can you add? Do you see that I'm unorganized and you can organize for me? Do you see that I don't frequently have home cooked meals and you gonna cook? Do you see that I got a good amount of money, but I got bad financial management and finance management? And you good at that? Like, what value? Like, if you want to be looked at as my teammate, you have to come to the table understanding that this is what I plan to add. This is the areas I plan on adding value. It's like, if we're gonna become partners in business, it's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna handle this part, you gonna handle that part. That's clearly a value exchange. It's not really a what can you bring. It's like they take it as an insult, like what are you trying to say, or it's just not enough. A motherfucker saying what you bring to the table is not disregarding what you bring to the table. It's not minimizing what you bring to the table. It's not saying that it's not enough. It's just basically saying, all right, we about to do this. What type of value do you intend to add to my life? You follow what I'm saying? And when you understand it from that perspective, you can go into it knowing like, all right, this is not a question that I should take offense to. This is something that I should know on these dates so that when we ever cross that path, I know, all right, you should be studying a person. All right, I already know where this person is lacking. I'm going to turn their whole life up over here. Then to pivot it all the way back to the dating scene, because I just had to say that. To pivot it all the way back to the dating scene in itself, I just feel like they don't even, ladies, y'all have got to a point where y'all don't even feel like y'all got to express interest in men. Like, and it's like, I'm new around these parts. I'm not going to act like I've been in this fucking dating pool, like, you know, but I've been sitting back and assessing, and I've been realizing, I'm like, yo, like, the level of entitlement that y'all feel for no reciprocation, no reciprocity is crazy. It's like, yo, it's all right to let a nigga know you like him. It's all right to let a nigga know you think he handsome. It's all right to let a nigga know you interested. You ain't gonna look pressed. You're not gonna look like any chick. Like, you ain't gotta have so much pride to be so afraid to get played with that you're not even expressing interest, and you don't even wanna do things that would let a man know that, you know what, I'm interested in you. Like, so now we feel like the pursuit is worth it because we are still men. Like, we still logical. We still have a frame of mind where it's like, if I'm not getting nothing from all this time I'm investing, I'm out. So y'all be like, oh, nigga just want a woman that's weak-minded or a woman that's easier. A woman, no, nigga just want a woman that's compliant and that has reciprocity. And most of the time, y'all look at that as weak, which is why y'all call a chick weak-minded when she playing the game better than you. Like, sometimes you gotta be the teacher's pet to get what you want. And y'all are natural. Y'all have natural things within y'all that just exist. I know y'all ain't gonna like it, but y'all naturally could be manipulative, naturally can be all of these different things, but y'all playing the game selfishly, and that's why y'all not gonna get the results y'all want. The smartest women manipulate to the benefit of everyone so that they can get what they want. They don't just try to manipulate for self-gain and self-reward, because then when it's discovered and they get cut off, now you feel like, oh, well, you wasn't handing up. It's like, no. Play the game smart if you're going to play the game, or just don't play that shit at all, or don't be mad at the results you get when you can't find a man that's going to, like, really marry you. Because niggas don't marry for love. Like, don't let nobody like, yeah, I know somebody going, yes, I do. I was in love since high school. Okay, bro, you were. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, that's not enough. I can love the shit out you. That don't mean I'm going to fucking marry you. I'm going to marry you for the value that you add to my life. You got to be invaluable. You got to make it hard for me to leave you, meaning that I discovered you and I realized, like, my life has not been the same since I met you, and it could be for the subtleties of life. It don't got to be, I don't want you taking me on on dates and matching my back. I don't want you doing that. I don't need that. I need you to fulfill ways that I just simply can't fulfill. I'm not talking about fulfill me and my happiness. No, we're responsible for our own happiness. I'm talking about fulfill me in ways that I can't fulfill, which means like you add a sense of invaluableness that can't be replaced or replicated or duplicated, which means like, you know what, this woman completes what I'm trying to do. I'm never letting her go. I'm dealing with whatever come with her. How many kids she got? Don't fucking matter. What's her sexual history? It don't fucking matter. As long as she respectful, she love me, and she got her best interest at heart, and she adding value, a nigga will get down on his knees and do whatever to make sure. That sounded crazy. Strike that from the record. A nigga would marry just on his knees, propose, and then do whatever to make sure that the relationship lasts.
Skip the step. Yeah,
I skipped the super step. That was important. More transparency. We had to take another quick.
Yeah, get
break.
your bladder together. You can keep out into the bathroom like some old ass.
No,
nigga.
honestly, we in the because we in our sub studio. Is a lot of moving pieces that we're still adjusting to, and I'd share this with y'all just so you understand. Like in regular life shit, like we always adjusting on the fly, and we still making sure we deliver quality conversations, and no matter what's happening in our life, we still gonna make sure that we show up and deliver. You know what I mean? And
fuck all that though. What I was gonna say is that I would say after all he said before the cut was that to me it's very simple ideology, or at least simple to spot if the person you is in alignment. If you ask, just have a simple conversation, like value, what you think brings, like if that's like hard for someone to process or filter and have a conversation with, one, she either brings no value, or him, or two, him or she is retarded and run far away. So it's like it's very simple. Like it's nothing wrong with
that's
like,
the relationship coach.
Yeah, exactly. Book number 2. Like it's not audio book number 2. But it's nothing wrong for assessing, like you said, like most men, decent-minded men, gonna go to the situation. Oh, what can I do just to
make your life easier?
Yeah, like be viable, be useful, be good to you, be good for you, and shit like that. Whatever. If the person you with can't or isn't willing to do the same thing, then what the fuck are we even talking for?
Yeah, and I think that's why I said the language is a language barrier there. It's like it's something about the stigma associated with the conversation of what do you bring to the table that instantly triggers women to think that you're trying to belittle them, or it makes them think that you're trying to insinuate or allude that they don't have no value, or you think that whatever, like they not. But if they was walking into an interview and it was just like, hey, well, what do you feel you can add to this company?
How dare you?
I can do this, I can do that. I feel like I'm a great candidate. It's like the same. You're in the interview stages. A motherfucker just want to know what value can you add to their life. That's why I say interchange the word from what. Change the conversation. What can you bring to the table? Who cares? What value can you add? Because the value, you can be like, I could be a great mom, or I could be a great I could be. It's just like, it's a conversation piece. But again, I think it's more of less something that you should observe within self, both parties. Like, I'm not about to ask a girl what value she brings to the table, because I'm going to extract the value I need. And if she's incapable, I just understand that we're not a good fit. So that comes down to being like, you got to get to a certain level of a man where, though, you shouldn't even have to ask that question. It should be more so like, I'm going to assess her by putting her in situations or formulating conversations to extract the information. Like, say if I want to know if a chick want kids, I don't gotta say, well, do you want kids? Right. I could just be like, so what's your plans for your future? Like, you ever see yourself, get married or da-da-da? It's like just asking questions were open-ended. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas I feel like most people go into it with a closed-ended situation where it's like, do you want to have kids with me? And it's like, I don't fucking know you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? That's mainly the women thing. But regardless, all in all, I just feel like the negative stigma that's associated with the whole what do you bring to the table conversation could easily be minimized and removed if we just say, like, look at it from a value standpoint and come to the table already expecting to give value. Like the same way you would walk into a company when you want to prove to them that you a worthy candidate of a promotion or a raise. That's how you should walk into the dating scene. Like, you should go into it knowing, like,